Hey everybody and welcome back. My name is Isaac and today we are taking a look at Hand of Fate 2. This is of course the sequel to the original Hand of Fate that came out I think back in 2015 if I remember correctly. We did a first look video on the original back then, but Hand of 2 has just released. It came out yesterday, November the 7th, and for those who don't know what Hand of Fate is, maybe you didn't see the original or didn't play it, it is kind of a hybrid card slash tabletop slash normal action RPG game. It's a little hard to describe, but essentially it is an RPG. We're going to start a new game here in which you play with cards that then determine the world that you are. You know what? Just listen to the intro. I'll explain it after.
Your memories are fading even now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance. We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
Okay, so we had to pick male or female. I don't think this changes anything, so we'll go with male.
These cards represent your history and our game. We know where they end, for you are here. Therefore, these cards must guide you to my side. Let us see what the journey holds.
The Fool!
The Fool steps into nothingness, because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
Okay, so this is kind of the core screen of the game, right? In the bottom left, we've got our health, we've got our food, and we've got our coins. All of the uses for those will become apparent as we go forward. Health is pretty self-explanatory, as is gold. And the food mechanic, you use a food whenever you move to a new room. I'm putting room in air quotes because it's a new card, but you'll see that as we go forward. For now, we see a forest ambush. You've stumbled many miles through the forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you are determined to reclaim your father's amulet. So we're in a new area now. We're in like this area that we're on the table here. You can see our character, and on the right here, the cards depict who is kind of in this area with us. Right now, we have got 4 of greed, which is basically 4 greedy people, in this case thieves, as well as the leader, which is kind of like a special character in and of himself. You finally catch sight of the thieves hacking at a large tree and arguing amongst themselves. We can either move closer to eavesdrop or we can keep our distance. I think we should try an eavesdrop, right?
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar. Do not worry, you will soon understand the nuances.
So basically this kind of just gives us a random chance. We've got basically a 3/4 chance, a 3 out of 4 chance of being successful, and then like a 1 in 4 chance that we fail. So I will go with this one. Success! It was pretty much guaranteed, although, you know, not necessarily. I don't know if that is guaranteed, by the way. It might be, like, tweaked because we are playing the tutorial level. But anyway, creeping forward, you overhear the leader spouting orders. "It's simple," he says. "The idiots walk down the road, you push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight, and we'll be rich." I'm not that great at voice acting, so I apologize if you don't like the voices. "Why don't we just jump out and stab him?" one reports. Another nodded. Another hooded figure chimes in. "Yeah! Corpses don't put up a fight either." Frustration rises in the leader's voice. "The Empire doesn't care if the farmers lose some sprouts, but drop a corpse on the royal road and the place will be filled with soldiers before you can even spend the coin. We don't need the trouble. Now quiet, here they come." You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to market. The thieves fell the trees into the path of the unsuspecting farmers and leap out, weapons brandished. "Give us your food." Alright, so now we've got a choice of what we do. We can either leap to the farmers' defense, we can offer to help the farmers, warning them that it won't come for free, or we can help the thieves with their extortion. And, you know, I feel like in every game you always play the good guy, and I kind of like to play the villain. So you know what? I'm going to help the thieves with their extortion. I'm going to be that guy who just jumps in and he's like, "Hey guys, yeah, I'll help you just rob these poor helpless farmers." You take your place beside the thieves, glowering. The farmers quickly size you up, decide that discretion is the better part of valor, and flee. As you reach your share of the spoils, you realize you're surrounded. You can't just take up and grab what's rightfully ours, barks one of the thugs. Yeah, you didn't even help chop down the tree. All right, you draw your weapon with practiced skill. Well, you hear the leader's voice. You lads handle this. I'll meet you when we're done. All right. So, I don't know if it matters there what you... Actually, I guess, spoiler alert, I played a little bit of the game beforehand. If you help the thieves, then you have to fight them anyway. If you help the farmers, I should say, you have to fight the thieves anyway, so no matter what, you fight the thieves. But if you help the farmers, they give you gold afterwards, so I guess it is kind of 100% the best choice to go for. But anyway, thugs, violence for the sake of violence and theft for the sake of money. Thieves attack frequently and can evade standard attacks, making heavy weapons less effective. So this is kind of the action-y RPG element where we're going to fight these guys. I'm not going to lie, in the early game here, it's really easy. I am playing on keyboard and mouse, so we've got left mouse button to attack, E to defend, F for finisher, R is for weapon ability, space is to evade, and then right mouse button is block break. So if we continue here, basically we shouldn't get hit. You should just be able to keep clicking, and then, oh, I got hit. I'm so bad. You press E whenever you see the little triangle, like that, and it kind of deflects back on the person who's trying to attack you, like that, and again. So yeah, if you're paying attention, you really shouldn't, especially on these early levels, mess up. And also, you can see in the top right there, it says 9. I'm fairly certain that if you get 9 hits in a row, like if you don't miss 9 hits, oh, I was trying to get my special in, you unlock your special, which I believe you can activate with F. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm actually so bad. I don't think it really matters in the tutorial here, but we should kill this guy. He is... Oh, he was so very much dead. That was a little embarrassing. I shouldn't have taken any hits. But anyway, we succeeded, and we can travel back through this time warp loophole to our van with this man playing cards. You end up alone in the forest, surrounded by a fallen tree, a pile of bodies, and some food. So we gained 5 food. We gained 8 food. Oh, I'm not quite sure now. It might have been better to ignore the farmers because they left their food on the floor and we got all of the food. I'm not quite sure. You might have gotten more for choosing with the thieves. Anyway, you fall on the ground with a sigh, shoveling bread into your mouth to quell your hunger. Your satisfaction lasts only a moment before you realize your father's amulet is not among the takings. You consume 1 food. Their leader must still have it. You set to your feet, determined to find him. So here we go. Now we've got this map here. We can click the map button, and this is essentially the map. The cards that are laid out create the kind of map or dungeon, whatever you want to call it. And right now we're playing the tutorial level, so it's a very simple one. There are no options as to where we want to go. But later in the game, you might be surrounded by cards, and you have to choose which room you want to go into and where you want to, or how you want to traverse the dungeon itself, right? And also, if we back out here real quick, we do have our inventory. For now, we've got just like a basic standard weapon and then like standard armor. I haven't played that much of Hand of Fate 2, but I'm assuming that as we go forward, we will maybe find or potentially be able to buy more equipment that's better, with better stats, you know, better attack, better defense, depending on what it is. Maybe some special abilities that are different. You can also inspect these, although I think it just gives you some flavor text for the item itself. So we're back out here. We'll head on back into the map, and I believe... Oh no, I think we have to do it from back here. Click on the next tile, and you'll see that we use up 1 food whenever we move to a new tile. And we did gain 5 life there. I'm not quite sure if you gain 5 life every time you move to a new tile as kind of a rest mechanic, but it does cost 1 food every time you move to a new tile, and so it does add that little bit of kind of strategy to the game, right? While enjoying a moment by the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin, dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin blinks at you with wide red eyes, or wild red eyes. Ah, I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. We must get this over with quickly if I have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before sunrise. It lowers a sack from its shoulders. Now, from within my sack, I can conjure whatever your heart desires. The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Well, I could, if there wasn't a blooming big great hole in it. His head disappears entirely into the bag, and his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. A new plan, then. The goblin pulls out his last trinket. So we can either take a warrior's axe, a soldier's sword, or a shield. I will take the warrior's axe. Although, I guess it tells us here, 21 damage. Oh gosh, did we just select that? I want to... Oh, okay, yeah, we... Alright, we've selected the war axe. Okay. A wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox wig flapping in the evening breeze. You can change your equipment in the inventory tab. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch out here. What's our Our basic... Oh, we've got a warrior's axe. Our normal sword did only 13 damage. The warrior's axe does 21, which is pretty good. Critical strike, rusty, one-handed. This thing is heavy, so I believe two-handed. Armor breaking and critical strike. Nice. Okay, so our objective is still to find the leader of the thieves. So let's go ahead and move on to the next tile here. Again, we got 5 health. So that must be something you get every time.
Can you find it?
This card has a token. Can you find it? Okay. Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says they used to walk through these woods giving out gifts. I want to find one and ask them for a lemon cake. As they dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet the forest folk, get me the lemon cake." So I'm assuming that's kind of a side objective for later on in the game if we do happen to come across the forest folk at some point. In another direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. Okay, so another 3 out of 4 chance of success here. Let's go with this one. Success! I like it. Okay. You follow the song through a thicket and a stream until you find an open glade bathed in the golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden, her posture bent like the boughs of the forest. It has been 12 years. I'm running out of voices here. To do all my voices is just my voice with like a grisly undertone. It's been 12 years since I last had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer. Okay.
This is yours now.
Hey!
Even if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token.
Okay, so we successfully found and earned the token. We got it from the woman. I'm assuming this is, again, the tutorial level, so as we go forward, I assume that future tokens won't be quite as easy to come by. But here we go, final card here.
Nothing could be more fitting now than meeting the mage who started this all. Or at least, started it all for you.
A trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers lead you to the thieves who stole your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits surround their former leader, weapons drawn. So again, we've got 4 thieves here. Everyone will get their fair share. There's no need for violence, the leader implores. Whoever heard of thieves talk about fair shares, spits one. You turn up and bosses around? We've barely stabbed anyone. It's been days since I've stabbed someone. Days! Alright. The leader notices you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbings, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, keep me alive, and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble. We can either tell him gold cannot replace the amulet he stole, or we can tell him he will pay in blood for his thievery. I will tell him that gold cannot replace the amulet he has stolen. He holds up a finger. First rule of negotiation. Never let them know what you want. Kill my associates and I will gladly return your amulet. Ever reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mug you. The leader hurries away to hide. Give us your stuff or we'll stab you, growls one of them. You consider your options. We can either fight or we can give them all of our food and gold. We might as well fight here, right? You draw your weapon and prepare to deal with the miscreants. Alright, here we go. Again, this should be fairly easy. Still part of this tutorial mission, so all we have to do is left click and then press E whenever we have to dodge someone here. We do have a new weapon though, so it might be ever so slightly different. And there is only 4 of them, so I mean, let's try... Oh no, I've been hit already. I'm going to try and get this power activated here. We got 3 out of... There we go, we'll swing again. So I want to try and get to this F bit. So now if I press F on someone, does that... No, R? I have no idea. It might be a finishing move? But we shouldn't miss anyway, that R. So we've like a power attack there, I guess? Oh, I got hit. I pressed R instead of E again. Gosh dang it. 100% should not be getting hit like this, especially on the tutorial level. Get out of here. There we go. The Royal Road. Okay. With the battle resolved, the thief leader nods in approval at the carnage before him. He holds out his hand. The name is Malaclips. Bard extraordinaire. His smile fades under your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hands in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side here. I'm an upstanding citizen just like you. I've been working with the thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really, they were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look, He pulls out an amulet from his pocket and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh? Scratching his head, he opens a small sachet. Which one is yours? All right, so we get to pick our amulet. We are definitely going to go with this kind of like goat-looking, maybe an ox with horns. The ox amulet. That suits you. Very similar facial structure. Do we have horns? Say, you know what? I'm lonely. You're lonely. We should work together. All right. That's pretty sound logic there. We've made a new friend. He's lonely. We're lonely. We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life. Tell me, where are you from? Friends for life? That seems a bit like, I feel like we're jumping the gun a little bit there, no? You stole my amulet. You were with the thieves. You know, you had me attack them. I almost died. And then you want to be friends for life? I mean, you know, I don't know. Weird friendship, but, you know, why not? All right, so we have some very basic kind of character creation here. And by very basic, I mean like really basic. There are, I think, 4 hairstyles. And I think of all of these, you know, bald looks badass, right? I'm going to be bald one day, probably. So, I'll, you know, I might as well get ahead of the game. And then there are 4 different like facial structures. I'll probably just go with like this one. Why not? We'll go with that one. And then we've already picked our amulet. And then I think it's just color scheme. Yeah, so we'll go with like this white, purple, red, and white color outfit. Why not? Finish. From the Eastern Belt, eh? You don't say. Good swords from the Eastern Belt. Very trusting. Oh, by the way, I mean, we, friend, owe money to the Vingus of Thieves Guild. He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Millbridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Although, come to think of it, I'm rather busy. Malaclip's eyes a pretty trader hiking up the road. So, it'd be best if you got the gold, and I'll meet you there. His voice changes. I'm not a voice actor. I can't continue to do these voices consistently throughout the video here, but it's fine. So we start like a new trek here. I'm assuming we're going to get gold. Yeah, get gold for Vingus. So, let's move on to the next tile.
Let us learn what sort you are. Strong? Clever? Wise? The circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
You enter a competition of strength at the fair. A gold prize is available to the winner. The opponent is the diminutive Roland. Is that right? Diminutive? Sure. A halfling from a traveling group of acrobats. Okay, so we've got 2 rolls remaining, so I think we get to roll it once and then re-roll if we don't like the dice result. And our target is 10, so let's click and hold the dice. Let's do some shaking, and then throw them. Threw them quite far there. We got 14, so we don't have to re-roll. Nice.
Victory. You are learning.
I mean, did we learn anything there, or was it just like quite lucky? Roland is no match for your strength. He gives a disappointed backflip off the table and collects his meager winnings, then cartwheels out the door. He is quite the acrobat. So we got 10 gold. Nice. You take your reward from the purser on the way out of the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. So I'm assuming that that's kind of like a continuous thing where you can go through to, I guess, like different dungeons or different maps, and we'll enter multiple taverns that proceed and continue in that tournament, maybe? We can see here we've kind of got our first choice in the game as to which card we go to. I will go to this one.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface. What is it you're thinking of? What concern is worrying at your mind? Let it fall into the waters beneath.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. Four of Blight. I'm not sure what Blight means. You can stand and fight the fiends or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. Stand and fight or leap into the river. Ooh, another dice roll. Let's leap into the river. You dive over the side of the bridge just in time, plunging into the cold water below. So now we've got to roll 11 to find out whether or not we succeed. We'll do like a light roll. Look at that. He's a master. He cannot fail. Through a combination of luck and skill, you manage to avoid the worst of the river's hazards. You emerge on the banks further downstream. Nice. Let's move on.
Celebrations in aid of what? You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, you find the villagers in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over the poor lizardman. Follow the parade, ask locals what's going on, or carry on your way. We might as well ask what's going on, right? A friendly stable hand explains. In a bygone age, our town was beset by half-men, half-lizards. There was no food, no respite, and very little hope. Salvation came in the form of a nameless warrior who hunted the beasts for little more than a handful of coin and a crust of bread. He smiles warmly at the festivities. We honor the warrior like this. The statue is filled with food and gold, and we take turns smashing it to bits with a club. You're welcome to join us, and you may keep whatever falls out. Wow. So we can go on our way, or we can follow the parade. Let's follow. I want to bash them. I want to get some food out of bashing a statue. The parade ends in a town square. You watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club and gathering all the food and gold that spills out. A local notices your interest and asks if you would like a turn. Yes, 100%. So this time we've got high success. I'm not quite sure what high success does. I'm assuming that normal success is we just hit it. High success, maybe we hit it, break it, and get some food. This one is definitely high success. We've done it. Huge success. My luck today has been fantastic. You bring the club down with a thunderous crack that silences the crowd. As the statue splits open, they erupt in a boisterous roar. Coins and sweets flow freely from the huge cavity you've created. You survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. So we can either get 3, 5, 10, or I don't know what the last one was there, but I'm going to go here. 5 food. We didn't quite get 10 food, so we could have gotten more, and that last one might have been gold I didn't quite see, but I'm quite happy with the result there. You scramble to gather the bounty that you've unleashed. Would you like to try gather more? Yeah! You survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. We have to go again? Oh, failure. I don't know. Failure looks scary. It's got a skull on it. 10 gold! Yes! Is it going to let us keep doing this? Or would you want to carry... Ooh. Do we want to gather more? If we're playing the bad guy, yeah, we want to get as much as possible, right? I'm assuming just the more we do this, the worse our odds get. So now there are 2 there. Ooh. Okay, definitely this one. No, we failed. Before you can gather anything, a young child shovels the bounty into a basket and scampers off. With your turnover, you leave. Okay, so there was actually nothing bad about taking more stuff. We just took it away from the townspeople. And so I guess if you were playing as a good guy, I guess, then you could have left it there for the townspeople. But I don't know, by the way, necessarily if this card is definitely going to be the end. And also, I don't know how much gold we need. I assume we might have to beat every card and just get as much gold as possible. But we'll crack on here and we'll see if we can get anything.
Here we come to the end of the beginning. Running errands for mages. This will become a theme, I dare say.
You arrive at Maya Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You find Malaclips pursuing a selection of cheeses by the market. Ah, if it isn't my good friend, the adventurer! Did you bring the gold? Vignes has arranged to meet us in the graveyard. Go to the graveyard or keep exploring. How much gold do we need? Is 30 gold going to be enough? We could explore this last tile here. You know what? I'm going to keep exploring. I'm going to go back and back.
The roads have become even more deadly since the Empire has come to power, despite their promises of the opposite.
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? We can either assist her or we can refuse to help. We might as well assist, right? We need a 12 on our dice. Maybe we'll get, like, we've been really lucky today. I haven't even got to show the reroll mechanic, but we'll give it a go. I'm too good at dice rolling. I don't get a chance to reroll. Let's continue. Thank you, the woman says as you help her from the carriage. Please accept this token of my gratitude. 15 life. 3 food. No gold. You thank the woman and continue on your way. Okay, so I guess 30 gold is the most we could get. Okay, so it looks like this is kind of the same stuff. Let's go to the graveyard. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or for easy body disposal. Vignes greets Malaclips with a sly grin. Let's look what you turned up after all. And with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. Anarchist of greed. Vignes cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well now, Malaclips, convince me. What's to stop me cutting off your head today? You reveal your gold as Malaclips scrounges in his pockets for some too. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignes's feet, with a thud that echoes through the silence of the cemetery. You lose 30 gold, he took all of it. That's our deal done, Malaclips says, worry obviously in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignes grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. Alright, here we go. So I wonder if we're going to fight with Malaclips this time, or if we're going to fight for him, or if we're just going to watch him fight. But here we go. Oh, it definitely is a graveyard. Vignus the Crazed. Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchist, for flaming firebombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is no use to you here. Okay, so we got to dodge. Where's our... Oh gosh. So we got to roll. Right, this is where the roll mechanic comes in. I got this. Oh gosh, okay, he breathes fire. Alright. So we gotta hit him and then dodge because he's gonna keep breathing fire at us. Here comes the ball, gets dodged out of there. Looks like the ball of fire doesn't hurt his own kind, which is a little bit BS, but at the same time, from a gameplay standpoint, makes sense. I'm glad that we get a little notification whenever he's about to throw. Let's do our powerful attack. Get wrecked. Alright, so I think it's just this guy now, right? You can breathe fire at me all you want. I'm still gonna beat you. Oh gosh dang it. 76 health. Yeah, we shouldn't be taking this damage, but we can easily beat him here. His health bar is at the top there. Are we not gonna... Oh, F to finish him. I see. Easy peasy. Malaclips scratches his chin thoughtfully. It seems you could do with someone savvy to help navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. Like maybe killing everybody wasn't the best idea? Come, let's discuss our partnership over an ale or two. Alright. The Fool complete. I got a Steam achievement.
Well done.
Thank you.
You have cleared the first challenge, and now we can move on to the next.
So I'm assuming we get like a reward here? This one. Yeah, we get a new blade. Oh, we get 2. We also get a Bastion of Purification. And more? Fork in the Road, Tarts, Pies, and Exotic Lies, Market Thief, and Arm Wrestling. Alright. For befriending Malaclips. Malaclips' problem? I have no idea what we're revealing here, by the way. We did get this token, though. What does this give us? For finding the Forest Folk. We found the Forest Folk? And we didn't ask them to give us lemon juice? Or whatever the guy wanted? Like lemon sugar? I don't know. Oh, either way. We have defeated what I believe to be the tutorial.
Welcome to my challenges. Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
So that is Hand of Fate. That's a tutorial. Let me know in the comment section if you would like to see more of this game. There are 22 kind of little contained adventures like the one we just did. Obviously, as we go on, I'm assuming they get more complex and you'll get different weapons and different armor and progress on into a larger story. But that's kind of just a taste of what Hand of Fate 2 is like. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check it out. I should point out I did receive a copy of this game for free from Defiant Development. And so, you know, use that information as you will. If it changes your opinion of the game after watching the video, that's fine as well. But let me know if you'd like to see more. I'd happily do a little series on this. Maybe go and complete all of the little challenges. I have no idea. Depends if people like it or not. But there we go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, as always, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you guys next time.